Hey guys, Derek Wilcox here with Team Power Rack Strength, coming at you with the peak intensity week of the highest volume block that I have ever done, which was sets of 15. Now, this is the top set that I had for squats. For whatever reason, deciding to do 15s, I wanted my top set at the end of the block to be right at double body weight. This morning, I woke up at 220 pounds, so 440 went on the bar. Oddly enough, this is also my wife and I's 4th anniversary of our wedding. So, we decided to plan on going to a Brazilian steakhouse this afternoon, and I was actually scheduled to do my squats and pulls and whatnot on the next day. But, if you guys know anything about a Brazilian steakhouse, they walk around with a huge variety of cuts of like super awesome meats, lamb and steak and chicken and any kind of pork product you can imagine. So I decided I needed to get my squats in beforehand, so I didn't store all that as fat and got to turn as much of it into muscle as possible. Now, as you can see, an hour and a half into my squat set, I'm about to die. This is absolutely straining the 7 or 8 mitochondria I have in my body to almost a fatal point. I'd like to give a shout out to the wife here, who was getting ready for our nice dinner date and came out and ran the mono in her bathrobe. That is a good woman if I've ever seen one. This is me almost going into cardiac arrest after doing 15 reps, as heavy as I could. Now, the next day, I came in and did the rest of the training session. These are just counter movement shrugs that was 405 pounds, and unfortunately had a little mishap. Didn't quite count as a set of 15, it was more like 13 and a half and maybe a fraction of another one. But for the second and third sets, the weights hung on the bar a little bit better. Here's a little guest cameo from the wife, who's pressing 60s on the plate-loaded dumbbell handles. I just wanted to stick this in here to brag on her a little bit. I just love watching her lift. I think I'll be a fan forever. Now, dumbbell presses for me have always been an Achilles heel because of all the shoulder joint issues that I've had. As you guys know, if you've been following my training, I started off after the Arnold Sports Festival pressing 12-pound dumbbells, which is just the empty handles, on an incline for 15 or 20 reps, and it felt absolutely awful. Now, the hundreds ended up being just a little bit too much for sets of 15 on flat bench for me. So I think I got 11 or 12 reps on this set, and then my shoulder just started giving out, and I have no stability left. Had to rack there. So I took a little extra rest and came back at it for a second set. Also got the wife behind me to try and keep me a little bit safer, but as easy as I can press these, stabilizing them is a totally different story. And you'll see here at the end, the speed at which I press these weights starts slowing down dramatically in the last couple of reps because my shoulders are just dead tired and can't keep everything stable. And here there's nothing the wife can do, so I just had to get them in the floor as safely as possible. Took extra rest, and as you can see, my arms are shaking, my rotator cuff muscles were absolutely shot, and I could barely squeeze out 1 rep instead of 15. Now, later in the week, with my lighter day, instead of loading up the bar like crazy, since my back and hips and basically everything on my body hurt from the squats previously, I decided to do an occluded set, actually 2 occluded sets, with just 225 pounds. And this was actually terrible. I've never really done this before, and probably would have started off with a little bit less weight. I felt just about as out of breath after this when I pulled the wraps off and allowed that occluded blood to complete its venous return and hit my lungs again, as I did when I finished the 440-pound squat for 15. That felt absolutely terrible. And here you can just enjoy watching me be completely miserable as I go through that process. But if you guys ever have any questions, just pop them in the comments below on Facebook or on the YouTube channel, either one. And I'll catch you again next week.